What's good, Critty Gang, Critty Fam, and we're back. Y'all already know why we're here tonight. We got Ren Money Game Part 2. And to be honest, I am exhausted from work today. Again, man, it's just been kicking my butt lately. But I promised you that I would have this Part 2 up by tonight. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. Because none of this would be possible without any of you. First and foremost, let me just get my thanks and appreciation out like I always do. Starting this channel, I didn't even know if I was thinking maybe 30 subs and maybe 100 views on a video would, that would be cool. And now within 1 week, we're at almost 150 subs, and I have my first video about to hit 1,000 views. I think we need just 5 more views, couple more views on that. And we're at our first video with that 1K mark on it, which to me, I mean, that might not sound a lot. These other reaction pages got hundreds of thousands. But to me, I appreciate it, man. And not even so much the views and the subs. It's the comments that I appreciate. Someone had just mentioned too, if we didn't want to hear, your long speeches or your your feeling, expressing yourself about the song, we could just go watch the regular music video. So I will keep it how I always do, reacting with my passion, my emotion, my true, genuine reaction, because that's all you guys give to me. If you go through and just read the comments, they're all just nothing but love and support. And I can't express how much that means to me, man. All of you guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Again, we're about to jump into, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, this intro. It's not going to be an 8-minute intro like I always talk my ear off, which I'm doing right now, so I'll stop real quick, all right? Money Game Part 2. If you didn't catch the Money Game Part 1 reaction, instead of me recapping it, because a lot came out in that video, with Ren. His music is so in depth and just crazy with the lyrics and the visuals and everything. I just advise you go back and check out my reaction to Money Game Part 1. But for the rest of y'all that have been waiting, I'm sorry it's a little late, but it's coming right now. We got Ren Money Game Part 2. I'm sure he's going to blow our minds again. I'm sure he's going to have a deep message to it again. I'm sure the visuals are going to be on point, because this man is a creative genius. So without further ado, let's get into this.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria.
Right off the bat, oh my God, I swear I live in this dude's head. Like, me and this man could be connected. Again, like I just said, if I advise you to go back and watch my previous reactions to Ren, I said it probably 4 times in those videos. His very first line in this song, strange times we're living in, panic and hysteria. And I say that all the time, like, his last 2 songs resonated with me so much, because I've been in his shoes, not with, the exact diseases and whatnot, but having growing up poor, seeing the other side, being in and out of hospitals, dealing with my own vices. I feel like I've been through so much in such a short lifetime, as has Ren. But these times we're living in now, it's something, I don't know, something just been different, right? It's crazy. Poor men learn, the rich man don't care for you. Narcissist mindset spread like malaria. That's facts. Straight facts. How many times are you going to learn these rich elites? Like, I'm going to refer this back to the Sick Boy song, which, again, I believe tied in to Money Game Part 1. Sick Boy is a therapist sitting there telling him, here, take all these pills, It'll make you feel better, I promise. I'm your therapist. I'm here to care for you. But behind closed doors, oh, man, as long as that wallet is adding up, they really don't give a if you get better or not. They'll write that little prescription, send you on their way, and collect their money, right? All they care about is their money. And these elites, they hop on the media and the news, and And I think that's also, again, with his visuals. His visuals match so perfectly. This man could be a movie producer, if you ask me. I mean, we're only 18 seconds into the song, and he's already got me reacting. His visual for this setup looks like he's watching TV. So it's looking like what the media is portraying. And that's what's going on in this world nowadays. This media of just jamming these agendas down your throat, or these narratives that one side or the other is trying to push, and they push it and push it on the news, the media, and try to indoctrinate our children in schools. And it's just a crazy place we're living in. And for us regular people, I'll say, that aren't these elite billionaires, that's why I say we need to stop letting them divide us, because they're going to divide us and conquer us. It's history repeating itself. This is why I say we have to come together, so these narcissist billionaires can't keep doing this to us. Come on, Ren. 18 seconds in, a 3-minute and 42-second video. I hope this don't turn into a 3-hour and 42-minute video. This man's come on, Ren.
Back and watch the show. America, Britain, split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on.
Yes. God, this kid speaks nothing but facts. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. These politicians sit in here and they come up with all these, policies or bullshit laws that half these people in government have been there. I mean, they're all probably 80, 90, 100-year-old white guys. The world is changing. If we're seeing that before our eyes, these weird times that we're living in, the world is changing, and all these people are pushing for progress. Yet everyone that is in government, in politics, are the same people that have been there for the last 60 years. So unless we actually, us the people, stand up and do something, they're gonna keep on keeping on what they're doing, and they're not adequate for this job anymore. If you ask me, once you hit 80 years old, you can't even remember where your cane or walker is, but you're out here coming up with new policies to tell these younger minds how to live their life, or their definition of what history was compared to what we're living in now. Again, trying to divide us. Everyone's racist. Everyone's this. Everyone's that. No. Maybe back in 1894 when you were born, it might have been like that. But it's 2024 now. You walk around any neighborhood, you see interracial couples, immigrants running stores, other immigrants becoming doctors, all this. And yet they still want to base these laws and these policies off these old white men that have been in government since 1901. If we want to see real change, we have to get out there and do it. And that doesn't mean go rioting in the streets, burning down buildings, looting stores. That's not going to change anything. All that's going to do is make us look worse. As the people that we're trying to fight for, you know what I mean? The mom and pop grocery store at the corner. The poorer people, the hardworking people, those are the ones we're trying to lift up in society. But then we start to riot and loot and do all this crazy shit over shit we see on the media that's spewing this bullshit into our ears. So then we go down and tear down our own neighborhoods. Tear down our own, your favorite corner store bakery, right? Grandma and Grant's Bakery at the corner, been here for 100 years. They got the best cupcakes in town. But we see this on the media. It gets us all hyped up and mad. So let's go riot and go burn down the best cupcake business in the city. It makes no sense.
Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger.
Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain. Again, if you go back and watch my earlier videos that I've reacted to Ren, what do I say about his rhyme schemes are amazing. Even what he just did with that rhyme scheme right there was phenomenal. But, and don't get me wrong, I'm when I started this channel, I was on the Harry Mack fan base. You know what I mean? I came here for That's a bar. I love catching bars and amazing lyrics because while you might like, rap, country, rock, whatever the case may be, music can portray a message. And Ren's lyrics and his rhyme schemes are so phenomenal, but his messages behind it are even that more phenomenal. So with Ren, I try to focus more on the message than the bars. Because in essence, well, yes, great bars and great lyrics and songs you get hyped to, you know what I mean? That puts you in a good mood if you're vibing out at the club or you're rapping with your friends, whatever the case may be. But when you get into deep songs like this, it's hard to focus on the bars when the message is so clear what he's trying to say.
Of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we got upon the blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
I said that in my last video as well, too, right? We all want to blame, 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 point the finger at each other. Well, look in the mirror and point the finger. Take some fucking self-accountability for what you're doing. Stop blaming everybody else. Yes, on a more personal level, I'm saying if you want to, everybody's going to blame each other for their own personal issues or personal problems, da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, who are we all under? We live in a free country, right? But yet we're imprisoned by so many laws and policies and mask mandates, right? Oh, if you don't have a mask on, you can't come in here. And again, that just refers to his other two songs too. Staying sick, it's a money game. Everyone has COVID. You have to go out, buy these masks. You have to wear these masks. When it was already scientifically proven that the masks weren't helping. But they just wanted the money. So instead of, blaming everyone else, look in the mirror and be like, wait, how? I'm kind of putting myself in their narrative. Like, why am I listening to this shit on the media? Don't just take one source and run with it, man. Do some research. And again, a lot of comments I've gotten about how passionate I am about this type of stuff and that I seem like I'm a very knowledgeable person. And I'd like to believe I am. I was in advanced, maybe that's why people say that I can articulate well. I was always in advanced English and writing classes throughout high school and college. I had a 100.2 average from being in the advanced classes and a 4.0 in college, advanced writing. So, I don't know, that kind of can tie into that. But at the same time, it's like, we can all have that same mindset to, say what we need to say to get what we need to get done, and realize instead of blaming each other that if we can fix the whole institute, the whole system in one, that's what we have to do, or it's not going to change. And as I was sitting there saying how good I can speak, I know that kind of just came out as a ramble. I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second, because that's what Ren does to me. He just gets me so emotionally evoked into this music because he speaks nothing but the truth. Let's go. Back to the guy with the guitar and the mask on. Panic, hysteria. And panic and hysteria. You see how he subtly put that into the visuals? If you're watching the music video, well, obviously if you're watching this, you can see the video I'm reacting to. But with Ren, you can't just listen to his music. You have to watch the video with it, because his visuals tell a whole story in themselves. Right there, so subtly, it popped up, panic and hysteria. And how I just mentioned, the whole mask mandate and, the lockdowns and this and that, and sent not even the country, a city, he sent the whole world into hysteria and panic. Thinking like, oh my God, if I go to the grocery store because my baby infant daughter needs formula, which at one point there wasn't even formula on the shelves. If someone could please explain however in the world that can happen, right? Not to mention formula's $70 a can. These poor people that the government supposedly cares so much about, right? Charging us money that we can't even afford just to feed our baby. $80 for a can of formula to feed an infant baby? But that's the government caring about us? Come on, nah. You'd rather see us panicking and in hysteria about, this whole COVID thing that I'm not going to downplay because I know it hurt a lot of families. And I did have a relative pass away. She had underlying conditions but had COVID when she passed away. And I feel like they spewed a lot of the COVID deaths that people who already died, or for example, someone got shot and killed, but they had COVID while they were shot and killed. They were counting that as a COVID death, not a gunshot wound to the chest death. And what does that do? That just causes more panic and hysteria. Like, oh my God, people are dying every day. We have to wear the masks. We have to go get the vaccine. I have no clue what it's made out of, but let me inject it into my body because they told me to. That's how the government can control you. It's like I said with the Tom MacDonald brainwashed. Everyone may not agree with what Tom says, but I will dive into his music as I will do Ren, as I do everyone that speaks truth, that speaks facts. Whether you want to hear it or not, facts don't care about your feelings, but you need to hear it from both sides and find a common ground. Because just the lying and the spewing of this bullshit, panic, and hysteria, how is that helping anybody? Let's be real about it.
This money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, you must create a sense of scarcity.
Wow. Man, again, not only the rhyme scheme right there, but I can't even focus on his rhyme scheme when he's making so much sense. He did that to an hiren. She sells by the seashore, huh? Fuck you. That's what he says in the first one, right? Why go buy sand when there's beaches filled with sand? It's all about money. If you don't got this, well, we'll sell you that. Oh, if you got that, well, we got this for you. Instead, we can sell you this. You know what I mean? The government will literally try to sell snowballs to a polar bear, if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get across. But that's what they do. Oh, God, come on, man. This dude is, man, this guy is smart. He's something else.
Shells will sell much better if the people think there, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide.
Step one, start with the scarcity, right? So people will start to panic and hysteria. Revert to what I just said a couple seconds ago. Scarcity with the baby formula. I'm 32 years old. Never once in my life until that happened did I walk into any grocery store, pharmacy, any store, and they had a shortage on baby formula. Literally, food to feed an infant child. Like, if that part right there alone can't rack your brain to get the gears turning to where, like, what? Not to mention, again, not to get on the political side of this, but not to mention they caught photos down at the border of semi-trucks filled with baby formula that they were given to these illegal immigrants crossing the border. And don't get me wrong, I understand that those illegal immigrants, and I'm going to say illegal immigrants if they're trying to escape, all the violence and whatnot in Mexico, yes, they do deserve to be taken care of. They do deserve to be treated like humans because they are. And I have all the sympathy and compassion in the world for them. Don't get me wrong. But not all of them are here for the right reasons. There's millions of pounds of meth and fentanyl and drugs and human smuggling, everything coming over that border. But you're going to take away the baby formula from the American babies that have been here right? As in these illegal immigrants that are coming across not doing it, and I'm not talking about the legal ones that do it the correct way, the ones that are being smuggled over, getting free health care, free this, free that. As you can walk down California Road and see people pissing in cardboard boxes, sleeping on the streets, children's walking over, picking up needles and shit off the ground. Why don't you allocate the money to that? Fixing our infrastructure, fixing our way of life before worrying about other countries. We can't even feed our own babies. But Jews are making money by this gaslighting. We care about the immigrants. We care about livelihood. And no one should be treated like that. But then again, behind closed doors, like, man, we don't give a fuck as long as we're getting that cha-ching. And Ren, the way he articulates that sentiment is just so flawless. Let's go.
Them on an island, stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2. Gotta make the people think that they want it. Really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a show, then you're just a fucking waste, man. Free. It's Monopoly. Invest inside some...
Again, yes. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. What do you think when you're watching TV, all the commercials that come on, all the ads that pop up when you're watching these videos online? It's all this media propaganda pushing whatever they want, whatever their agenda is, to jam it down your throat so much to literally where you can turn every channel and see the same shit. I love sports. If you've been following me, you know this. I wrestled, boxed, and MMA my whole life. Football, basketball, I love sports. I can't even watch ESPN now without them bringing up politics. I know the whole shut up and dribble, that's arguable. I don't agree with those words, shut up and dribble, because everyone has a voice. And if you have a platform, you should use that voice to speak out. But not if you're spewing something that is some rich guy in the back room is like, hands you a piece of paper, here, go out there and read this and make sure you say this because this is the agenda we're pushing. No. But if you're speaking from the heart and you genuinely mean it,
property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shelves must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand. Cliff off.
Swallow all your morals are more than a poor man's quality, right? You think these government people are going to swallow their pride or they're going to take an L on their money to help the poor man rise up just a tiny bit? Come on. Jeff Bezos is a multi-billionaire, owner of Amazon. And I don't know if you've caught this scandal. They were stealing tips from their Amazon drivers. You're a multi-billionaire, bro, and you're stealing your driver's tips who's probably making minimum wage. The warehouse workers, you can look this all out. I mean, I read this in articles. I read a lot. I do a lot of research. That's probably why I seem knowledgeable on things I don't like to speak on things that I'm not too sure about. But in this article, I even read that the Amazon workers in the warehouse aren't even given bathroom breaks. 3 of the employees came out and said how they would have to sneak out of a back window, go use a different bathroom that was like the nearby gas station, run back in and climb in through the window, and then the next person will go out, run to the bathroom, and climb back in. At work all day on delivery, I would see, and it was weird too, because I was seeing bottles, like empty Pepsi bottles or water bottles filled with pee, just being left all over the place. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with all this? Is this like a TikTok challenge or something? No. Amazon drivers their idle time in their trucks, everything is tracked. They're not allowed to stop for bathroom breaks. So they pee in bottles and leave them everywhere. And this is coming from multi-billion-dollar companies. But you care about the poor man. You got billions, yet you're taking his tips. That extra tip right there could have bought his daughter dinner for that night. Could have bought his daughter an extra Christmas present. Maybe his daughter's birthday is next week and he needs every penny he can get to get her a birthday present. And you're shaving minimal amounts that you wouldn't even recognize. You wouldn't even recognize if $1 million came out of your pocket, bro. When you're out here taking tips, but then you turn around and talk about you care about the poor man. Come on.
Forest, make land, fresh blood on hands 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6 guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time.
Facts. Sell water to a fish. A perfect example. Okay, I said what? Sell snowballs to a polar bear. Is that what I just said? Right? I told you I live in this kid's mind. And then right away he comes back with it 2 sentences later. Guns, sell stocks, sell diamonds, sell rocks, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. I mean, I said sell snowballs to a polar bear, but you get my point. And now you see, I swear, me and Ren got some telepathy going on here. Then it's like, I damn near am predicting what he's gonna say because like I said, I've lived through this. I witnessed it. My eyes are open to this shit after they were closed for so long. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I love watching this man's music videos and lyrics and just. I wish I could sit down in a room and talk with this guy probably for hours. And what's he on, step 6 now? He's spewing out literally the steps on how the government is what I'm saying, trying to divide and conquer us. And he's literally breaking it down step by step, how abusive the government is and why he keeps showing quick images or flashes of that scary dude in the pig mask, right? That was in his last 2 videos. I believe that's the government with their mask on because they're really evil. But they just play this facade like they're not, like they care about the people. When in the end, all they did care about is a goddamn wallet and their checkbook. And I believe that's probably why he named these ones Money Game, part 1 and 2. But it's nothing but facts. We're on, let's see, he's going on what, number 7? And he ain't said nothing but facts yet.
Time to a clock 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes. Then run to be the president of the United States. 8 big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they...
Facts. Controversy is the game, right? It don't matter though if they say your name. And that's where I want to make a mistake and correct myself. On my Tom McDonald video, I pinned a comment at the top saying, this video isn't meant to be controversial. Because I know there's a lot of controversy around Tom McDonald because he spits facts about the government, about the system, about the matrix, right? But now Ren is coming out and saying it too. Polarize the people. Controversy is a game. As long as you get people fighting with each other, they're saying your name, so that's all that matters, right? Between, like, Joe Biden and Trump, like, The View is one of my I cannot watch The View. If them ladies just make 0 sense to me. In my eyes, those type of people are the ones who are blind to what this world is really, what's really going on in this world. Or again, they're also ones that are just given scripts. Here, go out and read this. Make sure you read this to the people. And in their heart, they're probably really reading it like, okay, I'm going to say this, but I really don't believe it. But I have to say it or I might lose my job. Right? Some jobs I've seen these people wearing Police Lives Matter or a MAGA hat. And they get fired from their job, get fired from their work, like, because of their own personal beliefs. But those people don't matter if you hate them or not. You're saying their name, which gets brought up. These Chinese air balloons that the U.S. have shot down over the last couple of weeks, they're still blaming that on Trump. Like, oh, well, Trump didn't notice these. Bro, Biden's been the president for how long now? And now he's just now noticing the balloons? So, but bring Trump back into it just to cause the controversy to still make, that side look bad instead of trying to fix the problem and make both sides look better. Again, if that makes sense. With Ren and his lyrics, I try to articulate it the best I could in layman's terms, so we can all kind of understand it and be on the same page with each other. But this kid's something else.
They all say your name 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
Rain, 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 rain.
A storm it comes our way, and no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we got upon the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Panic, hysteria, greed, blame.
This old money game.
All facts.
This old
game. Woo! Okay, let's go. That was Money Game Part 2. I'm glad I didn't fall asleep on yours and I hopped into this one because you requested it and man did it deliver. It definitely tied into Money Game 1. I mean, I feel like me and Ren are on the exact same page, spewing the exact same words damn near. And even I just mentioned too, I missed that part as I was talking about, you know, the propaganda and this and that to make people feel a certain way. If you caught that subtle little gesture, they showed a fabric with MAGA written on it, right? Still trying to gaslight Trump, to put the blame on Trump for all the bullshit that's still now going on. Instead of saying, okay, well, what's wrong with our presidency right now or the cabinet of government we have now? What's wrong with us now? What's wrong with police brutality and what's going on in the world? How can we fix it now? I got an idea. Just blame Trump or blame poor people or blame the black people or the white people that are racist or these people that are this. No. Look in the goddamn mirror like Ren said and do something about it. Man, I love this kid's music. We're definitely going to keep diving into it. Again, I have a whole list of songs from you viewers with your suggestions, and I promise we will get to them, especially if they keep being fire like this. And I'll tell you, too, back in the day, I don't know if you caught my little short reel from earlier on my drive to work. I listen to Wagon Wheel every morning on my ride to work because it just puts a smile on my face. It puts me in a good mood for the day. So I listen to it every day on my drive to work, right? But when I was younger, probably 18, 19, 20, all I listened to was rap. You know what I mean? The Lil Waynes, the Eminems, of course. And don't get me wrong, those guys are geniuses, what they do in their own sense too with the pen. But over time, I've grown to love music in general. I don't care what genre it is. I never would have listened to, an artist like this, an artist, until I grew up and I matured and I really seen what was going on. And I had children that are now going to grow up in this weird world, this weird stage of life that we're living in now. So I really had to open my eyes and dive in and form my own opinions. You know what I mean? Learn from my heart and to know what is true, what is good and what is not. It's not that hard to, divide right and wrong or the truth of the lies. Is just be a good person and do the right thing. Stop being greedy. Stop being fake. Stop trying to uplift everyone instead of dragging everyone down so you can get rich or they could get poor or the, opposite. Misery loves company. That's a quote, misery loves company. But the quote should be success loves company or happiness loves company. Pull everyone up with you instead of looking down at them and, oh, I'll come back for you. I care about you. I will. I'll come back. You look the other way and like, I'm not coming back. I got that money. And I believe that's what Ren is trying to say in these songs, right? They put on this facade. They put on that pig mask because in reality they're evil and their eyes are blind to what's going on. And he's trying to use his platform to show that to the world. And on this channel alone, I believe you guys have been connecting with me through what I've been saying by your comments alone. And it's amazing because I feel like we all are genuinely connecting on a real level. And I can't ask for more out of this page than that. It's amazing. So that was Ren Money Game Part 2. I believe Jenny and Screech is on the list next at 15-minute song. I'm really going to have to mentally prepare myself for that one because his 4-minute songs would then turn into a 30-minute video. So we'll cut it off right here so I don't go on talking for 2 more hours. But if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button one time. Let's get this up to, I never thought I'd get to 20. Let's get it up to 200, right? Let's get this video up to 2,000 views. I love you guys, man. It's been amazing so far. Let's keep it going, and I'll catch you on the next one.